Afternoon, y'all. Oh, let me get this live stream set up. A little river walk over there. 1,080 subscribers. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Just unmute so I don't hear background echo. Hello, viewer. Wow. My link postings are not posting, so I will refresh the page. Paste. Paste. I don't understand why. Oh, there it goes. It just happened. How y'all doing today? So we had a river walk. We're doing the hand exercise. Alrighty, so it is it's Monday. Oh, Colin Powell died today from complications of cancer. He had COVID, but he also was COVID vaccinated. Yeah, so I guess we can get some news, right? Anybody want to join up and chat, please do. I pinned the link. And I'm going to have to order a new Stadia controller and return the old one when the new one gets here, because the new one's fucking up. So, let's get some news action going on, all right? Okay. This is your daily news report of Monday, October 18th. We're going to cover the status of proposal to expand IRS powers. This is regarding the $600 threshold for the banks to report your information to the IRS. We're going to look at the Democrats' arguments and then the Republicans' counter arguments. We'll present the information, and if you'd like to please comment down below, we'd love to hear your opinion. Child tax credit payments went out for October. Unfortunately, a lot of people who were supposed to receive it did not, or they got shortchanged. Um, the Biden administration is going to reinstate Trump's remain in Mexico border policy for those requesting political asylum. On Saturday, President Biden promised to move forward with police reform. Biden says that he's going to give police departments the support and funding they need. In Afghanistan, a large evacuation flight left Kabul on Sunday. The flight included American citizens. The Labor Department says there's 11 million job openings and 7 million unemployed Americans. Oh my God. Whew. I'm just farting away some gas right now. Had 2 bowls of oatmeal for breakfast, and I just ate 3 uh, egg salad sandwiches. Well, eggs with some peppers. Yep. Ooh. There's 11 million Americans who are unemployed, and they're not jumping at the 11 million job openings because those jobs are low paying or conflict with childcare or fear of COVID. This is your Monday news. Hope you're having a very nice day. We're going to begin with the expansion of IRS powers. The Democratic politicians, they're going to put this into the upcoming human infrastructure bill, which has nothing to do with the human infrastructure bill. In order to fight this, the Republicans have introduced a new bill to protect financial privacy. Congressman Drew Ferguson introduced the Prohibiting IRS Financial Surveillance Act. This bill prevents the IRS from implementing new reporting requirements for personal bank accounts. So here's the situation, yo. So check this out. The Democratic politicians, they want to give more politicians to the IRS. They want to create a new banking rule requiring comprehensive reporting of money flowing in and out of your bank account. Democratic leadership is doing this for 2 main reasons. Number 1, they're saying that if the IRS has additional information from the banks, then the IRS, they're going to be able to catch more tax cheats. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said, if somebody reports an income of $10,000 and they have $3 million going out of their checking account, that tells the IRS, hey, that's an individual you might want to audit. The Biden administration says the plan is to focus on enforcement efforts on high-income taxpayers. Reason number 2, with the money that they get from catching tax cheats, that money is going to be used to fund the human infrastructure bill. The Biden administration says with these new rules, they can generate about $463 billion from tax cheats over the next 10 years. So think about that. That's $40 billion a year they're saying that they could get from tax cheats, all right? But they could probably get $400 billion a year by taxing corporations who don't pay taxes. You know, everywhere from Amazon, Microsoft, Walmart, stuff like that. Yeah, think about that, yo. They want to catch low-income people and tax them to generate 40 billion a year, but they could generate 400 billion a year if they were to tax corporations. Go figure, right? Now remember, taxing a corporation does not do anything for the investor. Most people don't realize that. Taxing a corporation allows the CEOs and the board of directors and all the other executive officers to pocket the money that doesn't go to taxes. So that money actually does not go to investors. A lot of people don't know that. Now you know. Democratic leadership, they wanted the new reporting requirements to apply to bank accounts with transactions of $600 or more. That's some BS. So the Republicans responded. They said a $600 threshold is going to apply to practically everyone, all Americans. For examples, if your paycheck is over $600 and gets direct deposited into your bank account, then you're going to be flagged to the IRS. If you pay off a credit card bill, rent, mortgage, student loan, car payments, anything, anything over $600, including an Amazon purchase, yeah, Republican politicians are saying this is an invasion of privacy. This is going to create more work for the banks. This is going to create more work for the IRS. And people's informations can be jeopardized. And if this is supposed to go after the wealthy, then why is it a $600 threshold and not something like 10 grand or 6 grand? Think about that. The Democrats, they responded by saying they're thinking about raising the threshold to $10,000 instead of 600. That did not satisfy the Republicans or the banks. Ryan Donovan, executive VP of the Credit Union National Association, said, "We think this is a flawed proposal at any threshold." Sam Whitfield, senior VP of the Banking Association, said, the implications of this reporting and data collecting scheme are serious and far-reaching. The Republicans in the House responded with a bill entitled Prohibiting the Financial Surveillance Act, the IRS Financial Surveillance Act. Congressman Drew Ferguson introduced the bill and said, "This IRS surveillance is an invasion of individual privacy. We should not allow the IRS to invade the privacy of Americans by allowing them to snoop into our bank accounts." That's the current status. It's some bullshit, yo. $600 threshold. Yeah. Yeah, dude. So think about if you got a stimulus check, if you get child tax credit payments, which are supposed to be $600, and you're low income and you're getting child tax credit payments, you're going to be flagged to the IRS. So the IRS is going to spend all that time reviewing all your bank information just because you got a direct deposit from the government that is $600 or more. Yeah, dude. Talk about the government trying to reach themselves around and make us pay for it. Yep. They're after the money of the poor. They're trying to get every nickel, dime, shilling, pence, fucking half penny they can from the poor. And then say, oh, we can't tax the rich. The IRS is too busy. Yeah, it's like that, yo. All right. So let's talk about those child tax credit payments. All right. Regarding the child tax credit payments, the IRS said for September payments, 98% of recipients received it successfully. People should have received their October payment before the weekend. The IRS has not yet released October stats, but it looks like many people had issues where they did not receive their payments or the amount was less than it should have been. The IRS has not released any clarifying updates, but if they do, we'll let you know. Just know that if you had problems, and you are not the only one. In political news, the Biden administration says they're going to reinstate Trump's Remain in Mexico policy. People seeking asylum, they're going to need to wait in Mexico for their immigration court hearing instead of being allowed to wait in the U.S. In August, federal judge sided with Texas and Missouri by ordering the Biden administration to reinstate the policy by mid-November. The Biden administration said the policy will be reinstated in November. However, this is going to depend on the approval of the Mexican government. Um, Mexico said, Foreign Relations Department says, Mexico will continue discussions with the U.S. and the executive branch with the aim for achieving a regional migration policy that is safe, orderly, and regulated. More police officers are becoming dissatisfied with President Biden. They say they're not getting enough support from the White House. President of the New York City, uh, whatever said Biden was a supporter of the police. It doesn't seem like Biden supports the police anymore. It doesn't look like anything they can point to in a positive manner. On Saturday, President Biden said he would promise to move forward with police reform. Biden said he's going to work to give police departments the support they need. Biden also said that he's going to reduce gun violence, including gun violence against police officers. What about reducing gun violence against non-armed people, or people who aren't armed with firearms? Like me. Some monkey named terrorist named Umar A. Shabazz colluded with other terrorists to spit on me and call me a blue-eyed nigger, and took their side, saw them attack me, and then pointed a gun at me and assaulted me with a deadly weapon as I was being assaulted. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Get their kids in a yard sale, yo. Wrong. In Afghanistan, one of the largest evacuation flights left Kabul on Sunday. The evacuation flight included American citizens, but exactly how many on board, nobody knows. It's undisclosed. This was the ninth evacuation flight from Afghanistan since August 31st. This flight carried 350 evacuees, including citizens from American, Afghanistan, Australia, Denmark, Netherlands, and other countries. The evacuation flights took the evacuees to Qatar, where the passengers were tested for COVID-19, and then they waited to be transported to their final destination. In current events, the Labor Department is reporting there's 11 million job openings, 7 million unemployed Americans. In September, the U.S. economy added a net 194,000 jobs. Economists were predicting a much bigger number, about 2.5 times that amount. Economists thought with the expiration of the federal unemployment benefits, people would be rushing to get jobs just like that. Instead, September was the weakest hiring month this year. Those 7 million unemployed Americans, they're not rushing to get jobs, those 11 million job openings, because those majority of them are low-paying jobs in stressful conditions. Yeah, yeah. Here's some troubling data points coming from the Labor Department. More than 5 million Americans have stopped looking for work during the crisis. We don't know if a lot of these unemployed workers will return to the workforce. However, technically, they're not considered unemployed. Yeah, because if somebody stops looking for a job, they're no longer classified as employed. Also, if they've been unemployed for longer than 6 months, they're no longer classified as unemployed. Yeah, so think about that, y'all. Um, so, if you think about it, all right, that means there's at least 12 million people who are unemployed right there, okay? Not counting the, I think, 13 million people who've been unemployed for longer than 6 months. Yeah, yeah. So that's like 20 to almost 30 million unemployed people. That's 10% of America's is unemployed. So a lot of people don't know that if you aren't actively work searching, you're not considered unemployed. If you've been unemployed for longer than 6 months, you're not considered unemployed. Yeah, so if you don't tell the government that you are actively searching for work, you are not considered unemployed. Dude, I thought on the wrong side, yo. Anyways, let's keep going. So this is one of the reasons that the unemployment rate dropped in September is people just gave up looking for a job. So people give up looking for a job or they've been unemployed for longer than 6 months, the unemployment rate drops. Yeah, it's so fucking worthless. Oh, yeah, so that's a little news update. Oh, man. Alrighty, so yeah. Yeah, so last night I was able to toss out what do you call that? Roughly 2,500 old emails to clean up my space in my Gmail account. So, yeah, so I got another 2,500 some odd to go, right? I was halfway done. So that's what I did last night. Alrighty, so it is 3:29 p.m. At 4 p.m., there is community aid, also known as Wall of Moms, which happens outside the Denver City and County building. Last week, I went to the Denver City County building and spoke about raising a minimum wage or raising the minimum wage to a living wage in the city and county of Denver. Uh, I don't know if I spoke English. Yeah, so I guess I need to write that down and petition it. So yeah, we're doing this. Oh my goodness. Oh, tomorrow I got to contact the doctor's office where my paintings are hanging to see if a petition for Medicaid came back in or not to have the PRP injection. Oh, I downloaded a digital copy of a magazine I have two pieces of artwork in. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. So yeah. So we've been doing this for 25 minutes and 56 seconds. Is there anything anybody wants to talk about? Ooh. Twenty-six minutes and 30 seconds. Got to do the scar massage for a minute, and then I got to hold out my hand and do another type of scar massage for at least a minute. Oh, man. Yep, here I am. What do I got going on, right? Driving scooters, you know? Oh my goodness. Oh, oh wow. Down to zero viewers. Go figure. Oh my god. Oh. So here we are, 29 minutes and 37 seconds into this live stream. If there's anyone who would like to join up, please do. I got a new one of these little Bluetooth speaker thingies. It's all fancy. It's from Denver Startup Week. I got to check out to see what's up with it, if it works or not. So it's 3:35 p.m. Um, yeah. So there really isn't much for me to talk about right now. Colin Powell, he died. I've met him a couple of times. Um, I don't know if we were a fan of each other's. He was part of a government that murdered my kids on my 20th birthday. He was Secretary of State when it happened. Yeah, don't know what to say. You know, uh, I guess as a Christian, I should say my condolences to his family. But then again, as a Christian, eye for an eye, or at the very least, we reap what we sow. Get to Caesar what's owed to Caesar. He's part of the government. My family was murdered. Yep. So yeah, he's dead. I think George Herbert Walker Bush is dead. Senator McCain is dead. That's always good to go. Cortana, Cortana Nana, is President George Herbert Walker Bush deceased? Cortana Nana, is President George Herbert Walker Bush deceased? Cortana, when was President George Herbert Walker Bush's birthday? Dude, you're fucking worthless, Cortana. Like, honestly, fucking Google Assist is way better. Hey, let's check out some Google Assist. Alrighty. Let's type it in, I guess, right? When did Bush Sr. die? November 30th, 2018. Fuck yeah, dude. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Alright. So, anyways, y'all, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna head down to the whatever the fuck and live stream. Monday Mutual Aid. That's what it's called. Monday Mutual Aid. Tomorrow there's an event at noon at Concert. Concert, is that his name? Unser Karting and events. And go do that. So yeah, y'all take it easy. I'm gonna call it. Peace and love you. And broadcast quick. And broadcast quick.